Hello everyone. In this video, let's talk about abstract class and abstract method. So, abstract class in Java means that the class cannot be instantiated. The only purpose of an abstract class is to be extended by other classes. And an abstract method is a method that is declared but not implemented. If a class includes any abstract member method, the class must be declared as abstract as well. Now, let's take a look at an example. So, in previous tutorials, we have created this inheritance relationship between person class and employee class, and we override the getDetail method. Now, let's try to change our person class to abstract class by adding the abstract keyword after our class definition, the access modifier. Now, right after we added the abstract keyword, we can see in our main.java we got an error. That's because, as we talked about earlier in this video, abstract class cannot be instantiated. So we cannot create the person object using the person reference. So in order to fix this, let's comment this line out, as well as the next line where we output the getDetail method. Now let's switch to our abstract person class. Let's try to change our getDetail method as an abstract method. So after the public access modifier, let's write abstract. Now we get an error because abstract method shouldn't have a method body. So let's remove the method body, and let's also remove the curly braces, and we end this method definition with a semicolon. Now everything is fine with our projects. There's no more error, and we have the implementation of the getDetail method in our child class, which is the employee class. We can actually have multiple implementations if we have multiple classes extending the same parent class. So let's try to create another class. So let's go to our project and create a new Java class, and this time it's called a student. And let's make this student class also extend the person class. Now, right after we done this, we got an error. Since our parent class is the abstract class, they ask us to implement the abstract method. So we implement the getDetail abstract method, and there is still an error. We need to implement the constructor, so let's create the constructor. So now let's give our student class some member variables. We only need one in our example. We need a private double GPA. So student will have a member field called GPA, and then let's generate the getter and setter for GPA. And let's generate getter and setter, click OK. Now let's create a new implementation for getDetail method in our student class. Let's first get rid of this return null, and then let's take a look at our employee class. So in our employee class, we use the ID plus first name and last name. So this time in our student class, we use the GPA with the space and the first name. Let's just use first name for this time. Now, after we implement the getDetail method, let's go to main.java, and let's initialize a student object. So let's do student s equals new student, and the first name is John, and then let's give the last name, let's call it Smith. Let's put inside of quotes, and then we need to set the GPA. So let's call s.setGPA, and then the GPA of the student is 3.2. Now we can output the getDetail method and see we should get different output. So let's do system.out.println s.getDetail. And now let's run this program. We should see two different outputs since we have different implementations. And there we go, even though we're extending the same parent method. Now, there's one more thing I want to mention about abstract class and methods. So as a subclass, you don't have to override all of the abstract method from your parent class. So for example, if I have another abstract method in my abstract class, which is the person class, I'll say public abstract and void, call it say hello. And then I can choose not to implement this method in the subclass, the employee class. Okay, but in order to do that, I need to mark the employee class as abstract. So I say abstract. This way, we can skip the implementation of say hello method. But be careful, if we mark our class as abstract, we cannot create a employee object in our main.java file. So be careful when you want to use abstract keyword in front of your class. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.